Thank you, Angie. Now in state news, after years of rising premiums and insurers leaving the state, tensions are running high over the ongoing insurance crisis. Louisiana's insurance commissioner sat down with business owners and industry leaders Wednesday to discuss some possible solutions. Your Vermilion Parish reporter Penelope Lopez is exploring what's next for Louisiana's insurance market.
Good morning. The insurance crisis in this state has reached a breaking point. You've probably experienced it firsthand. From homeowners to business owners, they're struggling with high premiums and dwindling options. On Wednesday, the insurance commissioner, Tim Temple, came to Vermilion Parish to discuss possible solutions with industry leaders. I'm Penelope Lopez, your Vermilion Parish reporter, and I attended that luncheon, and I spoke with those directly impacted.
Over the last 2 years, our insurance has increased by 60%.
From small business owners to homeowners, the impact of skyrocketing insurance rates can be felt statewide.
I never thought that insurance on property would increase at this amount.
In an effort to address growing concerns,
this is the crisis impacting everyone in our state.
Louisiana Insurance Commissioner Tim Temple joined local business leaders at a special luncheon in Vermilion Parish.
You know, after Laura, Delta, Zeta, and Ida, we had 13 companies go insolvent. That means they didn't have the financial resources to pay claims.
Part of Temple's new agenda signed into law by Governor Jeff Landry in May includes 4 bills aimed at creating a free market insurance industry, giving insurers more flexibility to raise rates and drop policyholders. Temple believes that by reducing restrictions, the state will become more attractive to insurers, especially in hurricane-prone areas like Vermilion Parish.
But we also had several dozen more effectively stop writing insurance. So our market has compressed. There's fewer companies willing to write property insurance in Louisiana, and that's what a lot of this legislation is designed to do, is to help promote Louisiana, change the marketplace so that companies feel that they're going to be treated fairly.
For property owners like Tammy Doming, the crisis is personal.
Well, you're stuck in a jam. There's no option. That you can't shop the price. You can't. You have to carry insurance. So it's been a financial burden.
After 10 years in business, trying to find affordable coverage can be challenging, and she says she's feeling the pinch.
That puts me in a very vulnerable position because you're kind of like gambling with your property. If we have a hurricane and I have no insurance, then how do I repair it to be able to put a tenant in that home?
While the road ahead remains uncertain, Tammy believes Wednesday's luncheon was a step towards finding solutions for this ongoing insurance crisis. Both the insurance commissioner and business owners are hoping for reforms that will help stabilize the market and make coverage overall more accessible. Reporting in Abbeville, I'm Penelope Lopez, your Vermilion Parish reporter.
I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Martin Parish reporter at Longfellow State Historic Site, with efforts to restore this cabin destroyed by a tornado.
40 degrees in Lafayette right now. We have got mostly clear skies. Calm conditions out there. 2 points coming in right around 35 in the feel-like temperature at 40 so far. It is a cold start to the day. We have had some areas in Acadiana that have gotten down to that frost range, gotten down to the freezing range, even as you get up northwards of 190. Once you get up to Opelousas, you're starting to see the freezing mark down along the I-10. It's mostly mid and upper 30s out there. 36 for Brobridge. You've got St. Martinville 39, 35 for Church Point, and 37 for Crowley out over towards the west. Now, I know we're not at freezing, but because those winds are so calm out there, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of frost. Had some of that trying to get going on my windshield earlier on this morning, and that was several hours ago. So I think if you park outside and you're not under a carport or anything, be prepared maybe to have to de-ice your windshield just a little bit. It hasn't been too thick out there, but maybe an extra minute or two before you can pull out of the driveway. 56 in Brobridge. You've got St. Martinville at about 56, Lafayette, Crowley, Church Point, Jennings, and Welsh by lunchtime. So we've got a pretty nice little warm up on the way today. We're going to hit about 60 degrees. A lot of sunshine to get there. Nice dry conditions. It will start to cool off. I think we're back down in the 40s overnight tonight. We got clouds arriving, so we're not going to be quite as cold. Winds are shifting around a little bit as well. They were steady northerly winds yesterday. I think they're a little more easterly today, which isn't going to be quite as chilly. So upper 30s out there as you head to work, eventually getting into the 50s by lunchtime. But you can see there's no no problems for that morning commute. There's no problems for your evening commute either. We stay nice and dry out on those roadways. No issues whatsoever. We're going to talk a little bit more about what we can expect for the weekend. That's when we could see some changes. That's coming up here in just a bit.
Good morning, Acadiana. Now, it may be difficult to tell, but this structure behind me was actually once a cabin at Longfellow State Historic Site. But after a tornado in May came through, it's left the place completely unrecognizable. I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Martin Parish reporter, with one park-goers fight to preserve not only the cabin, but its history.
I was visiting the site and I saw the torp and it was just flying in the wind, and I cried because that was a very special place for my family.
Since that visit, Sherry took it upon herself to advocate for the protection and restoration of what she tells me is so much more than a cabin.
Years ago, my daughter and I participated in programs to learn the French language, using that very cabin for many of the programs.
After Sherry discovered the damages, she waited for repairs. Once several months had passed and nothing was done, she took matters into her own hands.
That's when I started making calls and writing emails to the state park and to Jeff Landry's office, and now trying to get the Lieutenant Governor involved as well.
I reached out to Laura Lindsay, Public Information Director for Louisiana State Parks, regarding the situation, who provided me with the following statement that says, in part, a tree fell during a storm in the spring of this year and heavily damaged the Acadian cabin. We've been working through the claims process with our insurer.
Everyone is just saying that it's in the process of going through the insurance. However, the structure needs to be protected in the meantime, and that's not being done.
Raymond Berthelot, Chief of Interpretive Services for Louisiana State Parks, tells me rather than preserving the cabin, plans to rebuild it are in the works, since it's not designated as a historic structure.
It has an interpretive significance. It has an educational significance, but it's not a remnant worthy of preservation as a historic structure would be.
Raymond tells me all valuables have been removed from the cabin, and Sherry says repairs can't come soon enough.
Raymond tells me construction is expected to begin in the summer of 2025. In St. Martinville, I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Martin Parish reporter with KATC TV3.
Good morning, I'm Maya Rodriguez, and here's a look at what's happening today. The U.S. Labor Department is set to release new data today on the prices producers paid in November. The Producer Price Index is an indicator that helps economists measure inflation at the wholesale level. That inflation hits businesses first before they pass the costs along to consumers. In October, producer prices rose 0.2%, which was in line with what experts expected. The World Health Organization is set to release a first-of-its-kind report today on drowning prevention. The organization says that over the past decade, drowning has caused more than 3 million deaths globally. It's the third leading cause of death for children ages 5 to 14, and the fourth leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4 across the globe. The WHO is working to support drowning prevention efforts. And President-elect Donald Trump is headed to the New York Stock Exchange today, where he will ring the opening bell. The bell marks the start of the day's trading. It will be Trump's first time ever ringing the exchange bell. His wife Melania rang the bell in 2019 to mark the one-year anniversary of her Be Best initiative.
Well, it's cold out there this morning. Bundle those kids up before sending them out to the bus stop. Temperatures will warm up a little bit. They'll be up at about 60 degrees for the afternoon. Now, we got to talk about some rainfall on the way this weekend, and we're going to coming up in just a bit.
This is the Johnsons from Upper Lafayette. you up.
Good morning, Acadiana.
The temperatures are sitting in the upper 30s. Out there's 39 in Lafayette, New Iberia. You've got 33, Ville Platte, Alexandria as well. Mid and upper 30s between Lake Charles, Jennings, 40s down along that immediate coastline. Cold, frosty out there to start the morning. Give yourself maybe an extra minute or two if there's a little bit of frost on the windshield this morning, and bundle up. But outside of that, it's a pretty nice morning. It's quiet outside. You got calm conditions. You don't have gusty winds. Very, very chilly, but nice and clear otherwise. And honestly, if you just, have the proper clothing on, then you'll be okay. 60 degrees out there for the high today, 46 for the overnight low. Going to be in the upper 60s come tomorrow. Those clouds going to be building up through the day tomorrow as well. Now, I think the showers hold off until Saturday, but it is a bit of a tricky forecast front that's going to stall. Not on top of us, but just north of us. We'll be right on the edge of it, which makes it particularly tricky to forecast for, because if the front kind of wobbles a little bit, then it brings some outsized impacts into our area. Let's stop this in the afternoon. This shows a pretty good picture of it. You can see where the front is. Heavier showers up over in the northern parts of the state. We're largely left alone. Now, it will dip south a little bit, and I think some scattered showers get in here Saturday evening. But how far south does it dip? That will be a big question. How much does it fizzle as it dips southwards? That will be a big question as well. Right now, we'll kind of go 40% chance of rain, but I'd leave a little wiggle room for that to go either up or down as we get into the weekend. I think the front hangs around, though. That boundary going to stick around going into next week. 60 degrees for the high, 46 for the overnight low.
An arrest for murder now made in the case of a missing Ville Platte woman and mother, Kiki Doucette. It's a story we've been following since her disappearance back in June, and your Evangeline Parish reporter Paris Flanagan speaks with her family following these new charges. Plus, after an abnormally tough year for harvest, things are looking up for next year's crawfish season. Your neighborhood reporter Christina Mondragon is in Acadia Parish speaking with local farmers about what we can expect. And of course, it's a big championship weekend coming up in local sports. We've got team coverage in your neighborhood, whether you live in Iberia or St. Martin Parish, ahead of all the excitement. And those are just some of the stories our team of neighborhood reporters brings to you throughout the bottom of this 6 o'clock hour, but that's not all. You'll also see us in your parish covering the latest news that matters to you, whether you're in Lafayette, Vermilion, or Iberia. It's part of our promise to truly be everywhere.
Good morning, Acadiana. Bottom of the hour now, 6:31. It's 40 degrees in Lafayette. It's 35 New Iberia, 33 Opelousas and Jennings coming in about 39. Mostly clear skies out there. Pretty weather coming up today. A lot of sunshine. It's nice and cool out there. Chilly even as we go through the day. I think that those temperatures today probably are largely similar to the way they were yesterday. But we're not going to have the wind down there that we're going to have to worry about. So today is nice and calm. The winds don't really pick up all that much. There'll be a little breeze here or there, but nothing as gusty as it got yesterday. 40 degrees as far as the wind chill goes. So winds coming out of the east throughout the course of the day, about 5 miles an hour. You notice not a whole lot for the models to do here. Keeps it nice and dry, nice and clear. We will stay sunny going into the evening, and then the clouds will start to arrive a little bit later on tonight. And I think we wake up a little bit of high cloud cover tomorrow. Clouds will then thicken throughout the day, and it's pretty gray for your Friday. No rainfall. I think the rain is going to hold off maybe until the weekend, and we're going to talk about that with a lot more detail coming up in a little bit. It's kind of a tricky forecast once we get to the weekend. Today and tomorrow doesn't look too bad. Sunny today, cloudy tomorrow. Temperature is going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow afternoon than what we're going to have today. We'll be at about 60 degrees for the high. Winds are from the east at 2 to 5 miles an hour. We've got lows tonight that get down into the 40s. So a chilly day tomorrow morning, chilly start, but we'll be back in the upper 60s. So it'll be about 66 degrees by the end of the day. Tomorrow, 73 as we get to Saturday. A bit of scattered rain is going to be possible out there for Saturday, and then 73 degrees. degrees by the time we get to the afternoon. So, Taylor, we are going to be warming up a little bit for the weekend, but I think that's going to come with some moisture, maybe a little bit of shower activity too.
Listen, welcome news for folks that froze out last weekend, I have to say. Let's see if traffic is looking just as pretty as that weather this morning. Thanks, Daniel. Here we are, I-10 Louisiana Avenue. Just look at that sunset, would ya? If you're heading through the rest of Lafayette Parish this morning, nothing to be too worried about, but I do want to bring your attention to Duyan Road 300 block near Rouse's and Chateau Mirage Apartments. There is a traffic crash with no injuries reported according to the Communication District, and that is something we are currently looking into. If there's any update on that, we'll bring that to you throughout the rest of the morning. Other than that, I-10 corridor looking smooth this morning. Now we're going to continue this half hour with our top story. An arrest now made in connection to a Ville Platte mother's disappearance. It's a story we've been following closely since 27-year-old Kiki Doucette's disappearance back on June 15th. Your Evangeline Parish reporter Paris Flanagan is checking in with Doucette's family following Wednesday's arrest.
It's been 6 months since Breonna Doucette, or Kiki, as she's known by family, vanished from her Ville Platte home, leaving her family devastated and riddled with questions. Morning, Acadiana. I'm Paris Flanagan, your Evangeline Parish reporter, and I spoke with the Doucette family Wednesday afternoon, and they say that they have one question for the men arrested in connection to Doucette's disappearance.
Yes, God. It's nobody but you that opened the doors on this yesterday, God.
Hand in hand, gathered in a circle of prayer.
And Father, we just want to thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
And God,
this family finally getting a break in the disappearance of 27-year-old Breonna Kiki Doucette.
Smiley's been missing 6 months. My emotions been all over the place.
Ville Platte police have arrested and booked 52-year-old Elric Gallo with second-degree murder in connection with her disappearance.
The main question is the why. Like, why did it lead to that, or what happened? Like, why you couldn't just leave her and move on? Like, what was the reason?
Although questions remain, an arrest in this case has brought a sense of relief to Doucette's loved ones.
We're kind of glad that we're finally getting some type of closure, because the search has been on. It's a lot of sleepless nights, long days.
It's unclear whether Gallo or Doucette knew each other. The search started for the mother in June here at Chief Romeo Hargrove City Park after police say it was the location she was last seen.
And, you know, it's heartbreaking because you go to bed at night and we never know where she's at or what she went through.
Doucette's daughter now stays with relatives, and the search to find Kiki still continues. What does the family want to push towards now?
Finding her body, or if she's still here with us, let us know where she's at. Like we've been saying for 6 months, we'll go and get her. Like, just let us know her location.
Police say no bond has been set for Gallo. Reporting here in Ville Platte, I'm Paris Flanagan, your Evangeline Parish reporter, KETC TV3.
In Acadia Parish, an update on the sexually oriented businesses ordinance discussed at this week's meeting. The Acadia Parish Police Jury deciding to call for a public hearing on the ordinance that would provide regulations for future businesses, including the controversial Fantasy Club slated to open in Branch. The police jury scheduled the next public hearing on the ordinance for January 14th. In other Acadia Parish news, eyes are already on crawfish as the year comes to an end and a new one begins. Your neighborhood reporter Christina Mondragon is speaking with local experts to find out how the crawfish season is shaping up for the upcoming harvest. And spoiler alert, you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Good morning, Acadiana. For many crawfish lovers and crawfish farmers, last year's drought left them wondering if the season will ever pick up again. I'm Christina Mondragon reporting in Acadia Parish on a crawfish pond where I'm speaking with a local expert about this upcoming harvest.
So last year was really rough.
Mikey Stutz, co-owner of Allons Manger, has been in the crawfish business for many years and farming them for 6. He remembers last year's crawfish season very well.
You know, we were pumping, trying to keep the rice good, and we didn't know how it would affect the crawfish. Early, we weren't seeing signs of crawfish, and we had some ponds that caught a little later, but for the majority, most of our stuff just didn't catch. You know.
But this season, things could be different. So I headed to the LSU Ag Center's crawfish ponds and spoke with Todd Fontenot.
A month, we'll come back get them.
Okay.
And eat them.
To learn more. And just tell me, I mean, so far, how is the season looking like?
Well, we're off to a much better start than we were last year. We're calling it more of a normal season.
He tells me that the crawfish are starting to come out even earlier, thanks to the already better weather.
We did have a little bit of a dry spell back in August and end of September, but nowhere near last year's high temperatures and extended period of drought.
Fontenot feels that the harvest will be plentiful and, of course, delicious.
Once the ponds are flooded up, we almost started seeing open burrows immediately, with females emerging with young on their tail, with what looked like good, healthy hatchlings that they were able to disperse into the ponds.
It's a relief from last year to see what we're seeing this year. You know, this year we're seeing all varieties of crawfish. You know, we're seeing mamas with babies. We're seeing, you know, some new crop, some old crop. So it seems like the birth rate, quote unquote, is much better this year than it was last year.
Farmers tell me the best way to support this industry is to shop for your crawdads local. I'm Christina Mondragon reporting in Acadia Parish for KTC TV3.
Good morning. I'm Maya Rodriguez, and here's a look at what's happening today. The U.S. Labor Department is set to release new data today on the prices producers paid in November. The Producer Price Index is an indicator that helps economists measure inflation at the wholesale level. That inflation hits businesses first before they pass the costs along to consumers. In October, producer prices rose 0.2%, which was in line with what experts expected. The World Health Organization is set to release a first-of-its-kind report today on drowning prevention. The organization says that over the past decade, drowning has caused more than 3 million deaths globally. It's the third leading cause of death for children ages 5 to 14, and the fourth leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4 across the globe. The WHO is working to support drowning prevention efforts. And President-elect Donald Trump is headed to the New York Stock Exchange today, where he will ring the opening bell. The bell marks the start of the day's trading. It will be Trump's first time ever ringing the exchange bell. His wife Melania rang the bell in 2019 to mark the one-year anniversary of her Be Best initiative.
We're in a rush to receive our packages, but be careful of messages alerting you to a delivery issue, how to spot the fake notifications, and keep track of your online orders.
Hi, I'm Eric Robichaud with the Cajun Junction Railroad in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Good morning, Acadiana.
Gotta love it, Eric. Well, we have one final preview before the high school state championships kick off today. Your neighborhood sports reporter, Jamarcus Fitzpatrick, is in Iberia Parish, checking in with Catholic of New Iberia.
Two by two, let's go. It's been 6 years since Catholic High played for a state title, but on Friday, the Panthers get their shot against the #1 seed, the Dunham Tigers.
It's been a great environment, you know, a lot of excitement, and our kids are ready to go.
It's definitely very exciting. It's great knowing that it's my last game instead of going into a game hoping it's not my last.
Last week, Catholic's semifinal game against Calvary came with plenty of drama. The Panthers trailed 31-24 with under 2 minutes to go, but they scored a touchdown and then missed the two-point try. But CHS recovered an onside kick, and then Bennett Boudreaux's 27-yard field goal sent the Panthers to the Superdome.
Sometimes you got to fake it to make it. I mean, there were times Friday night where you know, deep down inside it was hurting. You know, that 2-point conversion, it kind of felt like the game was gone. But like I said, you got to fake it to make it sometimes. So I ran down there, tried to get the troops going.
A huge part of the Panthers being at this point is quarterback Luke Landry. The senior has accounted for more than 2,600 passing yards and 37 touchdowns. While his connections with all of his receivers are good, his strongest signal is with fellow senior Jaden Mitchell, a relationship that extends beyond the gridiron.
We've been best friends since we were little, and I guess that connection's grown up into it, and now going into our senior season that we're just working hard together and making plays every Friday night.
And with a win on Friday, the Panthers would be hoisting a state title for the first time since 2017. Covering high school football as your source for all Acadiana sports, I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick.
You gotta love it, but it's not just Iberia Parish. In St. Martin Parish, Cecilia is preparing for their state championship matchup against Franklinton on Friday today, or actually tomorrow. I'm jumping the gun. And one celebrity is giving them an extra boost of support. Your neighborhood sports reporter, Elijah Nixon, he's showing us who and why.
Another way to get pumped for a state championship game is having a megastar shout you out. I'm Elijah Nixon, and Cecilia will be playing for their second straight state championship game at the Dome, and this time they will get an extra push from Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq sent over some encouraging words last night to the Cecilia Bulldogs. Hundreds of people viewed it last night, and for some, it was their first time seeing it. The four-time NBA champion has been spotted a few times in St. Martin Parish and missed by many, and some have a message for him when they meet him.
I have heard that there's been sightings of him at the Piggly Wiggly, so I do shop at Piggly Wiggly with the hopes of running into Shaq one day. And Shaq, if you're going to be at the Superdome, come sit by us.
Others have been around the Bulldogs for decades and even have a story about the team.
I had a new bus, and I had 4 steps instead of 3 steps. And when the football players got out of the bus, they rolled out of the bus. And I'm telling them, guys, get hurt on the football field, not getting out of the bus.
2 longtime fans will not be able to go to the Dome to see the Bulldogs play, so they offered words of encouragement of their own.
T-A-K-E, take, stay. Bulldogs, go. Get them.
Play on Friday night against Franklinton. What would you tell them?
Played the best game they ever played for me.
The game will take place on Friday when Cecilia take on Franklinton in New Orleans. Kickoff will be at 7:30. Now, will there be another Shaq sighting? We'll have to wait and see. Reporting on Cecilia, I'm Elijah Nixon with KATC TV3.
Now for this week's Cool School. This morning we're heading to Lafayette Parish, where photojournalist Blake Blanchard got the chance to visit Carencro Middle School's Biomedical Academy for an inside look at what students there are working on and how teachers hope it will shape their future for years to come.
Today they were working on a lab to identify mitosis under a microscope. They were given a slice of an onion. They had to pull the thinnest layer they could possibly get off the onion, look at it under the microscope, and they're looking for the different stages of mitosis.
It's really interesting on how we look, and it gives us a personal view of like real life.